Okay, we're taking a look at number 17 from the 4.1 homework. So let's go ahead and find the zeros here. So to find the zeros, we let the y value be 0. So in other words, the f of x has to become. And we're just going to factor this in the normal way that you would factor. So we've been using the X box because I've seen that that's what a lot of students are used to. So we look for two things that multiply to make the last number and add up to the middle number of negative 28. All right, so let me see. What multiplies to make 75? 3 times 25. And I think that does it, right? If we put negatives on both of them. A negative times a negative would equal a positive, but a negative plus a negative would stay negative. So it looks like we found it on the first try. Usually not that lucky. All right. So then we're going to go ahead and put those in the parentheses, but this one does have a little tweak or a little trick to it. Okay. So normally we would write x minus 3 and x minus 25. But that doesn't make sense because x times x is not going to get me x to the 4. So the trick on this one was realizing that you needed to put squares on there. So that way it does end up foiling out to be this polynomial up here. Okay, that's how you're going to get your when you multiply your x to the 4. Okay, and so we're going to set each piece equal to 0 to find our zeros. There. All right, so we'll move the 3 over to the other side, making it a positive 3. And then to get rid of a square, you just use a square root. And you have to remember, whenever you square root both sides of an equation, put a plus or minus on it. Okay, so that's going to be 2 of our zeros. Let's just do the same thing. So we'll add the 25 over, so that's why it becomes a positive 25. And then we'll square root. And then don't forget again your plus or minus. So the square root of 25 is 5. So that one we could actually square root. So it's not going to have a square root symbol. The 3, since we couldn't square root it, it keeps the square root symbol. Let's go read the directions, make sure we're typing things in correctly. It says the zeros are simplify your answer, type exact answers using radicals as needed. Use a comma to separate. All right, let's go put it in, see how that looks on or in MyLab Math. Okay, so let's see here. We got plus or minus root 3. So plus or minus root 3. Get out of it and then hit comma. And then we had what? Plus or minus 5, I think. Let's see if it takes it like that. It did. Perfect. All right, you guys. Hopefully this helps you out with number 17. Take care.